All right, and welcome back to another round of our monthly horoscopes for August. I'm going to be focusing on our lovely earth signs for this video. So that's going to be Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo, or I'll go on Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, because that's the order they show up in the zodiac wheel. So I'll be starting with our Taurans. And I'm just looking out for some themes and obstacles. I use sidereal placement, so I follow what's going on in sidereal astrology or Vedic astrology, accurately calculated daily. So right now we are in sun sign Cancer, moving on into our Leo, our first nakshatra of Leo, which is Magha, all about being grand, giving, and connecting to our ancestors and honoring them. So that will come up about August 16th. But in the meantime, we're going to have our sun in Ashlisha Nakshatra right about now. And then we'll have our new moon in Ashlisha Nakshatra as well, talking about a lot of ancestral ties and ancestral karma, shedding the old and moving on into the new, esoteric knowledge. The Nagas and the serpents in Hinduism are very important figures and beings connected to wisdom. But also we can look at them for just like esoteric knowledge and just being more in tune with our family ties. Also, the Kundalini serpent we can associate it with an energy work, which is all about awakening your 7 chakras. So anything kind of related to serpents, that kind of energy we're thinking, and again, strongly tied to the DNA, to karmic ancestry, and things like that. So I'm just shuffling the final deck here before I start with our Taurans. And if you guys are curious to find out your Vedic placements, you can book a Vedic birth chart reading with me. The link for that will be in the description below. And you can also book personal oracle card readings with me as well. So don't forget to check these videos all out for your sun, moon, and rising signs to see what's going on in each one or which ones you resonate the most with. And I'm going to start, sorry about that, moving these out the way. We'll pull from the self-care last, just to see what are some sacred self-care messages for y'all. So we're going to start off, and 3 cards I always like to draw anyways. So let's see what you guys have. We have your hard work is paying off, North Node or Rahu in Vedic astrology. Step out of your comfort zone, and 3rd quarter moon adjustments are required. We have the lion upright, mandrake, okay, and the rabbit. So you guys are literally right now in a phase of kind of like, with the rabbit, I kind of look at it as like incubation, but then you have like the prey and the predator here. So that's a really interesting language to have going on as well. We have on this one spectrum, you absorbing and sitting and kind of being the observer and incubating in esoteric knowledge and getting ready for the springtime to bloom and blossom. But with the lion, we do see some of that power already come into play for you, or there's something about power dynamics that's very important here. So something about prey and predator, maybe you're either the prey or the predator, or somebody feels like they're feeding off of you and your esoteric knowledge. Because I see you kind of being more incubated, like with even the mandrake next to you, which also represents luck and lust, but also luck and money matters. So we could have some good things coming your way. Maybe that is what's gonna create some issues here. With the mandrake and even our new moon in Capricorn, maybe there's some type of inheritance coming your way, either maybe through a partner, could be through grandparents, somebody elder in the family, and that could be what's helping you maybe pay off some debt. So maybe that's where we're going to have some power dynamics come in. Maybe other people in the family, other people around you are going to try to come in and maybe tell you how to spend the money, how to spend your investments. Or just whatever it is that you get, maybe they're just going to want a portion of that and just want to take from you somehow. So really think about the power dynamics and make sure that when you get whatever it is that's coming your way, whatever this good luck is in love and lust and money, that other people aren't just trying to take from you. And maybe that's something you're not used to, because I'm definitely seeing you more as the rabbit, my lovely Taurans, where it's like, while yes, Taurans is the stubborn fixed side, you know, maybe there's something about you liking to maybe give to other people and help others. But I think with 3rd quarter moon and Rahu here, the North Node is telling me like, it's going to take you some time to maybe just start focusing on yourself and spending the money and the effort on yourself this month. Adjustments are required. There's still a lot that has come into to come into play. Some has been into the light, but there's still a lot going on in the dark that we don't know about yet with our 3rd quarter moon. There's still some more to be discovered. So I think these people that you're working with, these people that you're gaining some type of money with, or people who are going to see that you are having this opportunity are going to come around and try to maybe reap some of the rewards from that. But it's really time for you to step up and maybe start focusing on the self, start focusing on what you want to manifest for yourself and how you want to choose to spend your energy, effort, time, and money. Which is funny, I just made a video today which kind of does deal with Taurus. When we talk about our Taurans, we're talking about our 2nd house of like spending, how you choose to spend your energy, your money, and all these things. So I'm seeing y'all kind of just wanting to figure it out and taking some time to plan it out after you paid off some type of debt. I see maybe some type of generational debt you're paying off for the family, something maybe for you in terms of college and career, you're paying off some big debt and you're starting over a new phase. Really think about what you want the next phase to be and prepare for that. As a Taurus, you do like to think a lot about, especially if you have Taurus sun and Taurus moon, You do like to think a lot about where you're putting your money, where you're putting your energy, where you're spending all of your, even your five senses, where you're stimulating them, where you're gaining something back as well. Y'all really like to think about that. So I think it's asking you to reflect on maybe who you choose to spend your money on this month, and understand that not everybody has good intentions. I think there's still more to come throughout the end of the month, or maybe something else might come up in the month where it's like you might have planned to use that money or whatever it is that you gained towards something else, but now it's going to play out a little bit differently. Things are still in the works. Things are still going on in this month of August. So I think it's telling you just prepare for that. Understand you're being able to pay off some debt. You're given that opportunity right now. Again, this could be some type of karmic debt for the family, or it could be some type of financial, material debt for yourself towards your career, or even, again, for your family, some type of generational family thing. I do get a sense of like you're inheriting something, something's coming your way. Again, it could be money, or it could be something more in the lust and love department, or it could be a combination of both. Maybe this new partner coming into your life is going to be somebody that you can very much have that strong connection with, but they're also going to help you grow financially in some way and help you be able to cultivate and incubate these things. So it could be maybe a father figure or a strong masculine figure trying to come in and maybe tell you how to maybe spend, again, who you're choosing to love, how you're choosing to spend your money, but that's not what you're wanting right now, because you're coming into your own power and you're starting off that journey. You're paying off some of your debts, but even with North Node here, or Rahu as I like to call it, because we refer to the South Node and the North Nodes as Rahu and Ketu in Vedic astrology. Rahu is all about the physical and the material, stepping into your social status and power. So I'm getting a sense that that's not something you're always comfortable with, but it's something that you have to start doing. There's going to be some challenge for you to bring out your masculine energy a little bit more here. So focus on that, Taurans, and don't let anybody push you around with whatever this new thing that you're getting. Again, whether that be love or lust or money, whatever it is, don't let anybody else push you around. I think that's going to be the biggest challenge, is contacting or getting in, what's the word? I guess a stronger connection to perhaps your masculine energy here, because maybe you have a lot of feminine energy. Even with the rabbit, it's like kind of more, I even associate it with like Asteria and those goddesses of like nurturing and nourishing, and that exemplify perhaps feminine energy in a sense. The gods and goddesses that exemplify that I would associate with the rabbit, but then even with the lion, we do see some stronger figures, but we can still see some feminine energies. And then we have a lot of feminine energy represented with our full moon here, again with the rabbit. So it's a balance of both, but I think the challenge for y'all is really coming into that masculine energy. So now I want to see what the Sacred Self-Care deck has to tell y'all. All right, so look at the stars and connecting with your ancestors. So this is something that's been passed down. Whatever this issue is definitely maybe something tied to genetics, tied to ancestry, or you're going to be healing something by confronting this. Looking to the stars, they really want you to be connected right now to what's going on in the sky. Again, in sidereal placements and the accurate placements of what will be going down this month. We do have a full moon coming up in Capricorn towards the end of the month, towards the end of August. So that could be an important time for you guys to wrap up a lot of these cycles and pay off that debt and start over a new cycle in terms of your career, in terms of your ambitions, in terms of karmic debts. Maybe you're wanting to start over there. So maybe around the full moon, we can start seeing some stuff there. Leo, Magha Nakshatra, when we just enter Leo, I think that's going to be an important time for y'all as well. And when we start to get a strong like Leo placements, I believe we have Mercury moving into Magha Nakshatra. We should have Venus transiting through Leo, I think right about now or towards the end. We're going to have a lot of important things going on in Leo. Let me think. I don't think anything else should be transiting through just yet, or throughout the month of August. But yeah, connecting to that strong Leo energy. Again, Leo will be with our Sun, our Mercury, and our Venus coming up. So connecting to that can really help you guys draw out the strength, draw out the masculine energy that you're looking for. And just really connecting with the stars and the energies that they exemplify and represent. Something about that will help you also connect to your ancestors. Again, we have our new moon in Ashlisha Nakshatra talking about releasing these old karmic debts that or cycles that your family just keeps repeating over and over and over. So your ancestors are basically like calling out to y'all, like, break this cycle, whatever it is with the masculine energy and masculine figures in your life or in your family that needs to be confronted. That is something that needs to really be dealt with. It's something that's tied to maybe love and relationships and money, maybe masculine figures. And this doesn't even have to just be mom or dad. Anybody in your life can be a masculine paternal figure to you. Your mom could be a masculine paternal figure, your grandma, a teacher, whoever it could be. But these people in your life really have a huge hold over something about the way you guys choose to love and the way you choose to spend your money, or when you guys get something, they really have a say over what goes on there. So again, Taurans, that's just something for y'all to look out for. Your ancestors are really wanting you to connect to the sky right now, and really wanting you to connect with the higher energies. It's something about the masculine energy and the feminine energy. We're going from Cancer to Leo. They want you to connect to that. Again, we'll have our new moon and our sun aligned in Ashlisha Nakshatra, a big night for karmic forces. So maybe if you guys want to sit and meditate and kind of connect with that energy, I don't know, the ancestors are really wanting y'all to do that. So please, Taurans, if you get a chance, sit for that new moon and sit for the full moon, because even our full moon in Capricorn, again, I'm following our sidereal placements. If we're talking the full moon in Capricorn, which could be an important time for y'all with the new moon coming up in your reading, that still ties us to Saturn, which ties to our grandparents, ties to karmic debts, your past life as well. So, you know what, Taurans, I'm going to end it right there because I feel like y'all had a lot going on. But please, please, please connect with your ancestors this month and take some time to really break the chains and break the cycles they are begging y'all. I'm feeling like a sense of like desperation, but in a sense of like hopefulness of like, you guys have the opportunity, or your generation, Taurus, your generation of family, cousins, whoever, y'all have the opportunity to really break a lot of chains and cycles. So really, please, your ancestors really want y'all to do that. So now I'm going to move on to our next earth sign, which is Virgo. I'm going to take a second to cleanse, just because that was some powerful Tauran messages. I think I'm just going to do a quick shuffle. Oops. All right, that feels good. Shuffle the Moonology a little bit. And then the Sacred Self-Care. Just like sometimes when there's a lot of energy going on, or very strong, powerful reading, I just want to make sure the old energy, or whatever energy for maybe the Taurus reading in this case, like, is not still going to stick with us, so I can give Virgos their nice fresh reading. But again, if you have Virgo for your sun, moon, or rising sign, you might want to check this video out. That card already flew out for my Virgos. You can book personal card readings with me by clicking the links down below. I also offer Vedic birth chart readings. Like I say, I follow the sidereal or Vedic placements for all of the things I give you guys in terms of dealing with the moon and the sun placements. So if you want to find out more about that, you can do so by clicking the links below to book personal Vedic birth chart readings with me, oracle card readings, and everything. Burning Bowl ritual already came out, but we'll talk about that in a sec. Let us see what's happening. I'm feeling 4. Whoops. I'm feeling 4. Oh, well, I guess 5. All right, Virgos, y'all are feeling your own energy. And then I'll go ahead and just do 3. Okay, wow. Wow, Virgo. A lot is going on with the confidence. Somebody hurt y'all. Somebody y'all really need to let go. Is holding a strong thing over your heart, over your emotions here with Balsamic Moon. And then, you know what? Just for the heck of it, I'll pull my other 2 cards here. Because, wow. My earth signs, you guys are really going through it. Like, I thought the water and fire signs were going through it or having some type of big breakthrough, but my poor Virgos, what is going on with y'all? You guys are coming into your power, though. You're getting ready because you're getting ready for maybe Virgo season. You're getting ready for all of that energy coming up because we have both the full moon and the new moon in Virgo telling me a cycle here needs to be wrapped up. Definitely about self-worth, maybe day-to-day routine, health and alternative healing. Maybe people may be relying on you a lot, seeing you as an alternative healer in the community. There's something about that we're seeing a lot of things wrapping up for. I try to touch on a lot with these cards because, again, these are general readings, so I really have to go in a lot of different directions, or sometimes in the moment, if it's just headed in one direction, that's kind of what I'll say, if that's the most powerful message for me. Again, these readings are general, so if they don't resonate with you, really consider booking a personal reading, because I just say whatever comes to me in the moment, or I just try to give general meanings, or as many meanings as possible for each card, so I can give everybody a little bit of a reading or a message, but yeah, I try to touch on a lot. But yeah, like, I also want to say, like, we have this new moon eclipse, we have this void of course moon, is like, literally, you guys are just in your own energy. When we have void of course moon, it's like nothing else is at play. No powerful astrological forces. It's just you, the moon, and where it's at. So for you guys right now, connecting to just the raw moon energy, I think is the key here. We're not so much connecting to the sun, which like I said before for my last reading, our sun is right now in Cancer, transitioning into Leo, Magha Nakshatra around the 16th. But you guys are all about connecting with the moon energy, connecting with the sun being in Cancer. We have a powerful new moon in Ashlisha Nakshatra, talking about our family ties, our karmic ties and karmic relationships, breaking free from that, esoteric knowledge, shedding of the old to embrace the new. This is all what the snake and the nagas, the serpents, represent in Hinduism, and even throughout general cultures and general ideas of the snake. This is what they're associated with. But yeah, so like I said, you guys are healing from some heartbreak. Somebody really hurt you guys. Somebody did a number on your confidence and what you think is okay to give and take in relationships. And now it's time for you guys to just understand it's all about you. There's nothing else at play. Right now, it's all about you connecting to your divine energy, to your feminine energy. With the Toad reverse tells me there could be some domestic issues going on, some domestic and financial issues that are really messing with your feminine energy and your ability to connect with your intuition. Sometimes when we have issues that are outside of ourselves, right, it makes us lose control. It makes us even lose control of ourselves when we're not connected with our feminine energy, right? We're not fully understanding the cycles of life, death, and rebirth, and how things are constantly playing out and replaying and, restarting over and over again, and understanding that there are always cycles, there are always phases. Some are tougher than others, but you're not having that flexibility, you're not having that fluidity. Even with the Willow Tree reverse, is like you guys are really struggling to connect with the flow. You guys are really struggling to connect with your intuition, which again is really a big issue, because especially when we think about where Virgo rules in our body, especially if you have Virgo on the ascendant, Virgo will have a strong tie to your physical body, obviously. Virgo deals with our gut. Virgo deals with our stomach. So that is our connection to our intuition. This is where our intuition starts. And that's why Virgo, I believe, can also be represented as a virgin, because it's that pure energy of who you are, right? And your gut instincts and your gut reactions. It rules and deals with our gut and our stomach health. So having some connection with that, or maybe y'all are having some kind of health issue with that as well, that could be something that's really blocking you guys from being able to connect with your intuition. And it's become something where I feel like you guys just feel like with all the eyes here are closed on the Virgo card, the card that flew out from the Sacred Self-Care. Her eyes are closed. We don't really have a lot going on here. We have a lot of darkness. So I feel like you guys for a long time didn't even know how you can see, see the light, or maybe you were just wanting to do a lot of shadow work, and now it's time for you guys to come out of that. With, I think, the new moon and full moon is acknowledging that as well, with our new moon and full moon in Virgo. And then we have the Sea here telling me, like, a lot of change is coming. A lot of big things are coming. And that's why I keep saying, like, you guys are fighting against the flow. You're not being flexible. You're not going with the flow. You're not connecting with your feminine energy right now. Feminine, masculine energy can be for anybody. It doesn't have to be for female, male. It doesn't matter your gender. It doesn't matter your sexuality. Everybody has both. You have an internal energy that you follow, that you listen to, and you have your external energy that you give out and put out to the world. So if you want to call them internal, external, whatever you want to call them, we have both. And you need to start balancing your feminine energy, my Virgos. You need to start connecting with that. You need to start listening to your intuition and your gut. We also have read and clean your space from the Sacred Self-Care deck, which is telling me, like, it's time for you guys to maybe purge your mind and purge your physical space. Get rid of anything that no longer serves you. Get rid of anything that reminds you of the past that you're trying to let go of, because being an earth sign sometimes, especially Virgo, is kind of like the restorator. So it's like, yes, we can restore things, but to what extent are we just restoring something that's completely useless? So I think that's also just a message I got for y'all, is make sure you're not spending too much time trying to focus and heal maybe other people and restoring other things, even physical objects and items that really don't serve any purpose to you. You're getting caught in the past and you're spending too much energy and money maybe on these things, and that's what's blocking you. And then we also have Burning Bowl Ritual telling me it's time for y'all to do some huge letting go and starting to connect with that fire energy. While in the meantime of August, I think, or the bulk of August, you guys are connecting to that energy of, like, the Cancer energy, connecting with your moon, your feminine energy, water, even the element of the sea, traveling by water is something really beneficial for you guys. Maybe even clearing your space has something to deal with water. Let's also think about the element of fire, and maybe more towards next month, you're going to feel that Leo energy, not in the month of August, Virgo, but in September, you'll feel more of that Leo energy. Again, if we follow sidereal placements, Leo should be going on into September until about the 16th, or somewhere between the 15th to the 18th of September. So we'll be seeing that. So maybe then that should be a good time for you guys to maybe wrap up and kind of do this Burning Bowl ritual, and really use that energy of Leo, especially when we approach Leo around Magha Nakshatra, around the 16th. That's a very powerful time, but it's really up to you. I do see you guys focusing more on fire towards the end of the month, beginning and going into September. This month is definitely about you guys connecting with being fluid, connecting with the energy of that, and maybe reading up and doing some research. I'm getting the sense that some of you guys are dealing with maybe some health thing, and that's what's really been holding you back for a long time, and maybe cause some issues with the finances or how you're able to contribute to the home. But really just right now, focus on your health, focus on healing this thing, focus on connecting to your feminine energy and something about this energy of water. And then towards the end of the month, it's time for that Burning Bowl ritual. I think use that energy of Leo to really just figure out what it is that you want to burn and destroy, and you're ready to restart as well. When we're using that fiery energy of Leo, it's fiery, it's passionate, it's creative. So, maybe think of your own little ritual that you can do somehow as well, and really, write, express things, connect to things, and then burn it and let it go. That's really what needs to be done for my beautiful Virgos. Y'all are going through a lot. You're healing from a huge something on the heart. Again, it's either these health issues maybe affected your relationships, or maybe your relationship affected the health issues, or just one or the other. I'm seeing some sense of that as like somebody really put you guys through it, and right now it's about you reconnecting with your own pure Virgo energy. and really just focusing on that. And towards the end of the month, it'll be time for you to release what no longer serves you. But in the meantime, clean your space, read up, do some research on things that you feel like you need to be researching right now, Virgo, especially ruled by Mercury. Make sure you're reading, make sure you're connecting. And Mercury will also be falling in Leo, so that's a really good time as well for you guys. Leo Magha Nakshatra, I believe, I want to say around the same time, or maybe the 8th or so of August. So that could be an important time for you guys to start expressing things and writing things down that you do want to prepare for towards the end of the month, putting it in that ritual or that burning bowl ritual. So I'm feeling pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up our earth sign readings with my last earth sign, one of my favorite signs, good old Capricorns, our good old reliable Caps. I'm getting 3, 3, 3. So we're going to go ahead and draw 3 from each deck. Okay. All right. Very gentle. Oh, I needed this, guys. Thank you all so much. I needed some gentle Capricorn energy right now, even though Capricorn can be a little bit harsh, associated with Saturn, blah, blah, blah. I think Capricorn can have a very beautiful, nurturing, soft side that we don't always talk about, and I'm seeing it right now. So my Capricorns, you guys have been taking a little bit of time out. Maybe time to focus on your dreams, focus on yourself here with disseminating moon and waxing crescent moon. You really wanted to build up who you are as an authentic being so that you can be able to wash down and pour your wisdom onto others. Even though Aquarius is an air sign, we see it as the water bearer. And I look at this as like Aquarius after, or as you're getting close to the highest point of enlightenment, which let's say is Pisces in this case. You know, before you leave, even Pisces deals with the 12th house of charities and giving back and your burdens to the world, you know. So it's something about giving back to others and being able to cultivate a certain amount of wisdom, a certain amount of energy, innovation, and being able to show that to others. Show the world the real you is more about just showing them about yourself, but it's about when you decide to step into your true authentic power, Capricorn, you inspire other people, especially as a cardinal sign, especially as a sign that deals with our 10th house of social status and domestic social sphere and kind of getting out of the domestic side of things, which is interesting because then on the other scale, we have the bear here, which is about, you know, connecting with mother figures, maternal figures. We can also see some loyalty, bravery, protection right now coming up for you guys. You're going through a beautiful rebirth. For all my Capricorns, regardless of this situation, if it was mucky, murky, or if it was beautiful and light, you guys have came out either way. The lotus, no matter what the situation is, will bloom and blossom into its beautiful spiritual purity. And that is you guys. No matter what you are going through, Capricorn, this month, you're going to be able to bloom and blossom into a beautiful, like, pure being. With the fire, we even see the energy of destruction and creation as well playing out, because that's what fire represents. It's also about connection to your intensity and passion. I'm feeling a lot of calm energy, but I feel like Leo's going to come and shake things up a bit for you guys. Again, our sun will enter Leo around August 16th. So this could be some time where you guys can start seeing a lot of passion, a lot of things coming up if that's when the element of fire connects with you the most. I will say, even with our new moon and our sun currently, which I should be in Ashleisha Nakshatra, and our new moon August 8th will be in Ashleisha Nakshatra as well, it's going to be a powerful time to clear out any family karmas or clear out anything like that. So that could be very important. But I see you just connecting a lot to your nurturing side. We have connect with animals, and we have this being who's sitting amongst all these animals and kind of looking like a protective figure to them. They're relying on her. So we're seeing you rely, or nature and the natural world almost learning to rely on you and connect with you. And that's an ultimately beautiful thing. And then we have grounding visualization showing me that you're also connecting with the earth, which again, as an earth sign, this is very important for y'all to feel grounded and rooted. So I think that's why you're opening yourself up to a lot on the higher scales of things. You're going through huge phases of enlightenment and opening things up and you know, connecting to your intuition. But at the same time, make sure you're still taking some moments to reflect and connect to the earth and understand that the earth has a relationship with you as well. And it's expressing its gratitude and it's expressing itself to you through your connection with animals and nature and the ways you also choose to engage in nature. And then we have intuition here telling me maybe by healing something with the mother figures or something on the domestic front, you're definitely going to be able to open up your intuition a lot. And you're really starting to understand, you know, a lot more about yourself and starting to understand who you are as a spiritual being beyond just, I think, your earthly body. And maybe that's even what this full moon in Aquarius is about, is like, yes, we are here in this physical world, but you're also understanding that there's a lot more at play. And that's why I said no matter what happens to you, you're going to come out on top this month, or you're going to come out spiritually reborn no matter what, because you're recognizing that no matter what is going on the physical plane, there's always a spiritual world. There's always spiritual things going on. There's always the unknown going on. And I think I had a similar reading for our Scorpios this month where it was kind of like, you understand, or Scorpios were understanding that, or they're going to understand this month that there can be both structure, right, in the material world and logic, but through randomness and through chaos, a lot of other things happen. Through just going with the flow of things, a lot of other things can happen and open up for us. So I feel like y'all are coming into that understanding, but it's with like a deep sense of calmness. Whereas Scorpios is kind of like all about the chaos and just diving in there. You guys are really about like understanding this phase of life, death, and rebirth, and you're really about allowing the old you to die out so you can be this new person that you want to be. You're maybe doing different things in your relationships with your mother figures or maternal figures, in your relationship with the earth as Mother Earth as well. Maybe that could be the maternal figure you're just connecting with, and Mother Earth is relying on you as a maternal being as well, regardless of gender, regardless of sex, regardless of whatever. You're a nurturing, nourishing being to other things, and Mother Earth, I think, is connecting with you strongly, and I think that's why we have, like, intuition and stuff. It's not just about your own family karma and your own family ties. It's about you recognizing how your energy is kind of played out all throughout the world, and how everything that has life force, everything that has energy, has a meaning and has something to do with, you know, the larger scales of what it means to even be in this universe. So I think you're really coming into a huge, like, I don't want to say philosophical. It's just more about understanding just the universe at large. I don't even think it's just about philosophies. So my lovely Capricorns, thank you for that, like, calm reading. I feel so good after doing that. I feel like it was very intense for my other signs. My Virgos kind of going through it, trying to connect with their own energy and their own intuition. My Taurans really dealing with some type of patriarchal, masculine energy, and something about that and the family karma that they have to really deal with, and connecting with the stars a bit more. So that's what's going on for the other earth signs. Again, feel free to check out the videos for all of your signs, your sun, moon, and rising sign. If you want to find out your own Vedic placements, or again, because I do Vedic and sidereal astrology, which is calculated differently, it's calculated more accurately. I'll put the description for all of that information down below. Comment if these readings were resonating with you, and I hope y'all have a beautiful month.